you'll be nominated to the dockets of Cabinet Secretary, Petroleum and Mining. Do you think you feel suitable to that docket? And if so, what makes you feel that you are suited to that docket? Should you be approved by the House? And what it is that you are bringing to that docket that the House should expect from you? Over to you.
Thank you, Chair. And let me start by thanking the Almighty Father for providing me this opportunity, and thanking the committee for having me this morning. My name is John Munyes Kionga. I was born in Lokitang in Turkana North, Turkana County. I schooled my life in primary high school was in Turkana County. I went through Lokitang Primary, Lodwa High School. And Lodwa High School, from Form 1 to Form 6, O-level and A-level. Then after that, I went into charity work. My life has been a life of service to the people of Turkana, to other regions in Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, where I worked as a humanitarian officer for a number of organizations, UNESCO, Oxfam, Practical Action, the Catholic Church, and many others. It is after that experience I did my academic training, acquired a diploma in rural development, and came to Nairobi University to finish my sociology degree and political science. As I've said, my life has been a life of charity, working with poor people in rural areas. And that's what catapulted me to my political life, where in 1997, I was elected a member of parliament for Turkana North. And I became a member of parliament for a number of sessions, where I was elected 3 times. And the last service in parliament, I was again elected a senator. In my time in parliament, I was rewarded and appointed into a ministerial capacity. First starting as an assistant minister, working under Mother Karua, who was then the water minister. And then after that, I was promoted in the office of the president as the Minister of State for special programs. And then in the Grand Coalition, I returned back to the Minister of Water, served as a full minister. And then there were changes, and I was made the Labor Minister, where I served for 5 years. I've enjoyed my time as a cabinet minister, and I've always wanted to return to that level to serve Kenyans. In terms of my experience, if I look at my experience, the rural experience I've already explained is mainly charity. But my cabinet experience is experience of bringing reforms where I go. I undertook reforms in the Ministry of Water. The Water Act 2002 was during my time. We did so well in creating the institutions, the infrastructure we have now in the country. All of you know last year the country was honored by UNESCO. Our president, Honorable Kibaki, former president, was given an award because of the water reforms. And those reforms were during my time. I had the privilege to serve in the Ministry of Water, in the Ministry of Labor. Again, I came with reforms in the Ministry of Labor. The labor laws that time our representation at the ILO, where I made Kenya for the first time to be member of the governing council in the tripartite. The workers were represented in the national governing council. Government was represented in the governing council, and the workers, employer, and of course government, free together for the first time. In the Ministry of Special Programs, I ran a very efficient food distribution program in this country, providing service to and mitigating disasters, droughts, during that first time of 2003 to 2005. I was part of the team that drafted the National Risk Control Council document that was rated the best in Africa. I played a big role in providing that leadership that brought that document, and is one of the key documents in this country. I expanded Ari Lands programs in this country to classify it further to include more counties which were marginalized. I brought in the Coast Province. That's when Kilifi was put under the program. The Maasai regions of Kajiado. I included the areas of Taita Taveta. And we had a bigger program that was funded by so many partners, and it was later changed to this new docket we have now under the National Drought Ministry. So I look at myself as a reformer. I get a team in a ministry, and the first thing I do is to look at what can be done to enhance development or change in the ministry. I've done it in all these ministries, and it has worked. It has shown results. At NSSF, we had to reform NSSF from a provident fund to a pension fund. NSSF was a cash cow. We had to change that, increase revenue in NSSF. I feel suitability in this way, that I have the cabinet experience, which is with me. And for the new docket, the petroleum docket, petroleum was discovered in Turkana. I will play a key role in bridging conflict, in increasing participation of the host community, because many of these minerals, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Chairman, are often discovered in marginalized areas of this country. They are domiciled in our areas, in those marginalized areas. And we must find a way of bridging the two levels. Having the understanding of a host community and ensuring the national interest is taken on board. That is the role I want to play. I'm excited. I want to start going. I want to start doing my job. I want to get out there to deliver for Kenyans.